What's up, peoples? This is DE Georgia Productions, and I've been planning on doing a topic like this, and I think it needs to be addressed when it comes to two fandoms that I grew up with. One, the Power Rangers, and the other is Mortal Kombat. So, first things first, if you guys are new to my channel, I appreciate you for subscribing to my channel and enjoying my content. And I'm planning on doing some more stuff like this sometime tomorrow or maybe in the future whenever I get a chance to do a topic and probably have some people on here so we can have a discussion about what's going on in the fandoms and why is this and that happening and what's been going on and how can we, as a community to come together to just resolve the issues without drama because I already know it's going to happen. So let's get on with the topic that I mentioned before. And yes, you read the title of this video. It's called Racism in Fandoms. And the reason why I chose that topic is because it's been racism everywhere, even in the Power Rangers in the Mortal Kombat community. I mean, racism is still here and it will never go away, just like COVID-19 is still here. So there has been this issue that has been talked about all day today. We know that Jordan Fight is the new Gore Ranger, and his character name is Ion. So we don't know who Ion is, just a random character or just a person who is related to Zato. But either way, I am looking forward to the summer spoilers, so I'm gonna do my review of it. So get ready for the spoilers because Nickelodeon is continuously screwing with Power Rangers when it comes to going on this stupid hiatus. And yeah, let's get into the topic. So there has been this racist issues going on within the Power Rangers community, and ever since joining Fight got announced as a Gold Ranger, there have been certain people that don't like the diverse of the cast of Dino Fury, and do not realize that this has been diverse since 1993. And for some odd reason, I feel like people don't even appreciate the cast. Beast Morphers went out strong despite, what I'm saying, despite its ups and downs. And Down on Fury is just getting started. So I don't see what's the problem and why the fandom is continuously just accusing them of being woke with the diverse cast. And a YouTuber named Jacob Brody, aka Database Ranger, and he basically tweeted, and I'm gonna read what he had to say, and I quote: "I still never fail to shake my head at those who accuse Power Rangers for going woke when the show has been champion diversity for nearly 28 years. But those commenters accusing Hasbro of being uh, communists are truly penally next level nonsense." He's basically saying what I've been saying all the time. When it comes to Dino Fury, there have been so much hate for these cast members. And what I really don't like is when people see one thing wrong about the show, they automatically think the show is going to fail. just because of one episode or two bad episodes. It can get better each time. And what really upsets me the most is when you have racist people in the Power Rangers community are really, really hating on the fact that joining fight is the sixth Ranger. He's our first African American sixth Ranger. And people somehow got mad that he's the Gold Ranger. Just because he's black, he has the temple fade and the dreads on top. Not dreads, but the little afro. Like, you know, those hairstyles everybody be wearing nowadays. So, and for some reason, when it comes to the African the African American community, when it comes to Power Rangers in general, they pretty much do not like the fact that a Sixth Ranger is a black man. And first of all, I find out to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard and the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And what really gets me is people don't even understand why this show has been diverse for a reason. You hate on Izzy for, well, you hate on Tessa Rail for being the first female Green Ranger since Mighty Morphin Trini. And now you're hating on joining fight for being a sixth Gold Ranger. And first of all, I've seen the video. I'm happy for him. I'm proud that we have the first African American Sixth Ranger for the first time in Power Rangers history. And you got people online complaining about it already. And this is just really sad because crazy, man. And I think I'm gonna read what everybody has been saying about his tweet on Twitter. And this is what he replied to the person who wrote it. He says, just the acknowledgement of having the first ever black Sixth Ranger and a female Green Ranger, it doesn't take much to set that crowd off. And to be honest with you, it already has. Since the fourth episode came out, with her and Javi debut as the Black and Green Ranger, and when Izzy ripped off the skirt, everybody just cannot let it go. And why is that? Because they claim that, well, you know, feminists are going to be irate about it. I mean, it's just one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. People getting up in arms about the skirt scene. A little do they not realize that Izzy is a character. She's an athlete, not a girly girl that wears a skirt. So she had every right to do that. And plus, she's from the 21st century. She's not from the past. That right there is something that people need to get it through their skulls, but apparently they're not understanding anything. So then this person says, I remember those type of people also getting upset when we saw Russell Curry as Zato because we just had a black Red Ranger. Like they can only do that once or twice a decade. I'm gonna read one more time because here we go. I remember those type of people also getting upset when we saw Russell Curry as Zato because we just had a Black Ranger. Like like they can only do that once or twice a decade. So they did it with Lost Galaxy, and then they did it with Lightspeed Rescue. Two green Black Rangers. I mean, two Black Green Rangers. And people didn't complain about that back then. So why all of a sudden they're doing this now? And I have to agree with this dude what he said because pretty much Hollywood can do whatever they want. They can cast, a black guy playing the Blue Ranger, the Red Ranger, uh the Yellow Ranger, or the Sixth Ranger, whichever color that they put a black actor or actress in. I'm sure they're going to embrace the role. You know what I'm saying? If they love what they do, so what's the problem? And that's what I really don't understand about this fandom today. Read what else we had to say. Person by the name of You What Camp Coro says. Also, there are different shades of black people, and colorism is very much a thing as well. As well, that isn't addressed as much. Luckily, Power Rangers has had no such problem with it. For example, going from talking about the Power Rangers, Samurai Blue Rangers actor, to John Mark Loudermilk. He's biracial, but he's still black at the same time. Camille to uh, Rory. Um, Zoe is not black; she's white and she's Caucasian. But I'm not gonna judge. But I get what he's trying to say, but I think he might have forgotten the mark. So, and that's the sad part. Like I said, people just could be complaining too much all the time. Like, be excited, be grateful that Aeon or joining fight is your first African American Six Ranger. And there's a reason for that because it's making history. And then I find it silly that this one Twitter user was when he used something about a Black Lives Matter movie because he got chosen to be the Sixth Ranger. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to use a political move in Power Rangers? That's dumb. Oh, because of the Black Lives Matter movement. That's kind of dumb. And everybody was calling him out on it. And I was just sitting there laughing my butt off. And I had to say something about it too. Like, why would you even make a comment like that just because of a Black Lives Matter movement to play the Gold Ranger? Really? What's wrong with people? And here's the thing, though. I agree with Tyler Waltman. He says to think back in the day, Ham Saban faced resistance from international broadcasters over the show's multicolor racial cast. He told them to deal with it. So he's basically calling out the woke activists, aka the the crybabies who cried about the black guy being black and the Asian girl being yellow. It's for some reason I just find it dumb, so I'm gonna let that tweet right here. And so I'm gonna go to this tweet that I retweeted earlier, and I don't know if you remember a few seconds ago when I told you about him using the Black Lives Matter card to try to win an argument with people. You can't. Hold up, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Okay, Gibbs. Okay, so this is a Twitter user by the name of Gibbs at One Hit Sword. He says it's called Black Lives Matter affecting casting. First of all, what does that even mean affecting? It's like you have a problem with, you know, people of color being chosen to play Six Rangers all because of what's going on outside. And you're comparing that to this. And people were really calling him out on it. And he tries to win an argument each time, but the more he tries, the more he sounds stupid. And he's a racist too, and I'm not really surprised by it. This is the same people who got mad at Sister Stringer for playing Melina. And I'm gonna get to that by the end of this topic right here. Or the first fandom, which is Power Rangers. And I'm gonna read the comments after this. Uh Twitter username Shadowheart11 says it's called being okay, I can't even pronounce the word pre prejudice. Oh, it's called being prejudiced and racist. Why do you care so much about the casting choice? He's going to be a Go-Go Ranger. Yes, he is, because I've seen the video and the way he interacts with the fans, and you can tell he's being the most respected Ranger of them all. Because, and this is the one thing I love about these Power Rangers actors, when you comment on their videos, on their Instagram stories, on their Instagram stories, they pretty much respond quickly and to show you their appreciation, and you show them your appreciation for, you know, of doing an excellent job on their characters on the show. I mean, it's okay to be critical, but don't be criticizing the actors, and it's not their fault. If anything, you should blame the writers for it, in my honest opinion. If somebody says, imagine getting this upset about casting of a kids show. That's how they do, and they think that Power Rangers is made for them. And they forget that it's also made for kids as well. So you can't please everybody, and it's quite obvious. And why would he say this? There is a show where every actor looks the same. It's called Sentai. We don't need that in Power Rangers. What are you talking about? We don't need that in Power Rangers. Now, do you see the ignorance and the dumbness of people who are not really knowledgeable what they say, or not using their brains what they talk? He basically saying that every person from the same show look the same. It's called Sentai. Okay, but why not Power Rangers? Every American looks the same. Every Asian looks the same. Every Black American looks the same. Like, it's called being a human being. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, he is a racist though, and the fact that he's okay with it, and I don't want to bring this up, and I don't want to say it, but I think when you have racist people, one, it could either be he a Trump supporter or he's just an ignorant person himself that thinks that it's okay to judge a book by its cover because you don't like a Black guy playing a Gold Ranger. I mean, everybody was literally calling him out on this though. And if you haven't followed my Twitter page, you might want to do so right now, because I just, I shared this tweet earlier. So, and this is one idiot response when somebody says, "What affected?" So, what affected this casting in 1993? And guess what he says? We all love cast, but only having one Black Ranger wasn't right. What? Jesus Christ, bro! This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. He says, only having one Black Ranger wasn't right. What are you talking about? Having one Black Ranger isn't right. I don't see any problem with, man. This I told y'all, racism is everywhere. They don't like it, and when he says he's racist, he pretty much just letting everybody know that he's a racist, and people are retweeting his tweet, and now he's going to get scared to be called out on it. I said, well, that's your fault for saying what you said. And somebody says it's called Black people are actors too. And I like that quote. It's true. It's called diverse for a reason. Yeah, man. You know what? Here's my advice. If you want to be racist, keep it to yourself. Don't take it out on social media. Because then you're gonna let the whole world know what a piece of crap you are. If you're judging a book by its cover and you're getting mad at one person, black actor or actress playing a character that you blatantly know nothing about or haven't done your research on it, then you might as well not be on social media anyway if you want to beat that toxic. Just like Power Rangers, Mortal Kombat is the worst. So we all know Sissy Stringer is playing Melina, and the movie is going to be coming out in about 16 days from now because overseas it's doing wonderful. I mean, everybody loved that movie. I mean, everybody loved this Mortal Kombat film. Singapore, everybody loved that movie because it was one of the best movies they ever saw. And I'm glad that people are enjoying this 2021 reboot of the Mortal Kombat movie. And people gave it a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. They're pretty much giving some good and even scores because of their first take of the movie. What I am concerned about is the spoilers. Do not put any spoilers on social media or on YouTube. Because yesterday when I was on YouTube just searching for Mortal Kombat 2021 spoilers, I was literally just searching for spoilers, and none of these people are English. So that's why I bother not watching it because they can care less if they spoil it or not because they just want to be douchebags. Even Todd Garner, the producer, just said that he was going to go dark on Twitter to not look at the spoilers on social media, to avoid social media. And you know what? I would have done the same thing. I mean, I'd rather just make information on Mortal Kombat movie instead of making a spoiler movie. That's the last thing I want to do. The last thing I want to do is to, you know, make a spoiler make a spoiler movie review. Because if you do that, you're gonna piss a whole lot of people off, and I don't want to do that. So getting back on topic for a minute, y'all. I know we're getting off track. So we all know Sissy Stringer is playing Melina, and people are literally still crying about her design, the teeth, and the fact that she's black and not Asian. Just like Power Rangers, Mortal Kombat suffers the same fate, and that is the racism. They don't like when a people of color playing characters like Katana or Melina. When you go on social media, you're going to see people crying about Melina, Johnny Cage not being in it. There is this one person that did not like this movie because Johnny Cage wasn't in it. And he even said it in the comment section, and I called him out on it. How could you not like this movie without your so-called precious Johnny Cage? First of all, Johnny Cage is not even that special. He's not that important. And obviously, people claim that they want The Miz to play Johnny Cage. And first of all, The Miz is a WWE wrestler, not a martial artist. And I do not see him as Johnny Cage. And people saying, "Oh, she's black. She shouldn't be playing Melina. She should have came as Jade, wearing some mask. How come her costume is not pink or purple?" I literally just want to scream right now. All of these complainers, if you want to stay stuck in the past, go right ahead. This is 2021. We're not living in 1995 anymore. The stupidest thing and the most awkwardly dumbest complaint I've heard out of any movie reviewer saying that they don't like this movie because it's not campy. It's not like the 95 movie where it's supposed to be joyful. Joyful and campy and fun loving. Like, if you want to do all that, go watch Power Rangers. Go watch SpongeBob. This is Mortal. This is Mortal Kombat. This is not Power Rangers. Mortal Kombat is violence. It's known for blood and fatalities, brutalities, animality, friendship, and babality. But it's known for fatalities. So I don't know why this person or somebody would say that they wish this movie was in 95. They don't like this movie because it's gory, it's too serious, it's violent, because it's R-rated, or because of the fact that it's not campy like the 95 movie gets. Sometimes I feel like these people are not really educated. They just don't know the franchise by itself. And I sometimes feel like they don't even do, you know, Google research on Melina's character. She's a fictional character. She's mixed with everything, whether she's Asian or black or Hispanic. She's played by every race in video game history. And since she's Asian in the MK11, that's all you know is MK11, but you don't know the history of the character, even the skin tone. So she's obviously mixed with everything, right? So why do you need to keep complaining about, Sissy playing Melina because she doesn't look the part? You've seen her teeth in the TV spot trailer. Y'all see my reaction, and you saw how excited I got when I see her teeth. And now that she's sewn her teeth, the more complaints kept coming. This is how you know how toxic this fandom is. They don't want to acknowledge the fact that Melina finally has her teeth. Even when okay, you know what? Here's what I find ironic, right? They ask for one thing, and then as soon as that comes out, the trailer comes out, how she looks in motion when she moves and fights, Lord, the complaints will keep coming. The one thing I've learned within my lifetime is if you don't have nothing nice to say to anybody, keep it to yourself. And what these people are doing, I mean, what these people are doing right now, they're just not understanding what this character is supposed to be. They really expect everything to be like in the video games. I didn't. You know what? Here's the thing. When I was watching VGL's live stream the other day or last week about the casting of the classic Mortal Kombat movie from 95 to the sequel, Annihilation. Characters of Ermac and Motoro, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile, they're all played by different races. And what I mean by is that they're played by different races, like different actors of different races to play these characters. Nobody is complaining about that back then. But now all of a sudden, we get to a point where since this movie is coming out in 16 days, right? We get complaints about Melina being black and not showing enough teeth, not wearing purple. Sub-Zero is not wearing blue like he's supposed to, or just complaints be coming left and right. And I'm getting just to the point where two fandoms together, I'm thinking about just taking a break from them because one, they can never appreciate anything. Life is too short. and it's just crazy to say the least. By the way, I put the invite to the chat so you guys can come talk to me. So, and with that, let's go to the chat, see what we have here. Hasbro officially confirmed he is an alien and from Revcon like Zato. Joining Fight himself also revealed that Aeon is a fun-loving ranger that doesn't always play by the rules. Oh wow. So we're gonna have maybe like a Zane 2.0 from in space that doesn't abide by the rules sometimes, who is fun loving. Maybe we'll have to see how this goes. But I am interested to see how his character is gonna be when he debuts on the show. Maybe maybe before the episode hiatus go by. So I'm really interested in see how this one plays out. And I'm glad that you're saying this, because now it all makes sense of his personality, and he fits the part too. Then to add to your comment, why are they complaining about having two black people on the same team when we literally have two Asians on the same? Right. It's you. Wait a second. What? Oh yeah, the Jim and Gemma. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't get it, man. People with logic thinking don't know anything. They haven't watched every season. They haven't know the characters. They haven't done the research on everything, especially when it comes to the casting choices. And the person who I mentioned doesn't even like the fact that Power Rangers is doing the same thing. So he's really uneducated, and he's pretty much the dumbest one I've ever seen on Twitter. And me, I wasn't the only one that shared it. Eastate, he shared it on his Twitter page, and Database, he shared it as well. So the racist person on Twitter is being exposed, and I'm glad that people are doing that because we need to stop the madness right now. So then now they're saying that Jordan Fight was only casted because of TikTok when the entire cast of Dino Fury was chosen because of their social medias. I see nothing wrong with it. Not everything has to be like back then. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan Fight, he's a funny character. He's a funny person. He responded to my comment and my tweet, and it's all nothing but appreciation. And the fact that people are getting mad because they're getting chosen by on social media. One time I was on Facebook, there's a person who was a Karen, by the way, a male Karen, who was complaining about, you know, Hunter Dino, who was doing a lot of sexy photos in the past, complaining about her being a Pink Ranger, saying how you need to recast the Pink Ranger. I'm like, dude, what? You're a grown man. Like, you don't like sexy Rangers being Power Rangers? I mean, Jimmy was sexy back then. So was Sarah from Ninja Steel. Shout out to Christine and I'm not even gonna go there, but I can tell you this right now. If this judgmental crap don't stop, everybody is gonna be in the world of, what I'm saying, is gonna be in danger. I mean that they're gonna be in social media wars and drama because of what a racial comment that they made, and you're gonna get literally called out on what you're doing. What's up, VJL? How you doing? Sorry, I couldn't really see your comment earlier. I was in the row. Yes, I am excited for Dino Fury tomorrow, and I will be doing my reaction to episode 7. I've seen the clip earlier, and it looks like it's going to be a serious one. Yeah, it is, man. Brandon Ethereal, man. Thanks for stopping by and showing up. I appreciate you, though. Who you saying? Now that they're saying that Jordan Fight was only casted because of TikTok when the entire his many followers they have. I don't really care about their social medias though. As long as they do their jobs right on the show, that's all that matters. You know, people can, the people can think how they want, but at the end of the day, what's done is done. They're still in New Zealand filming season two. So what's the problem? Oh, it's about to cook or something. Brandon McGee, what's up? I mean McCree, what's up? I had to entitle that previous message because it's all good, man. I have people that struggle with it all the time. I have to, correct them sometimes. But yeah, I mean, between Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat, they're both suffer the same thing when it comes to racism. Fans don't like when a black actor is playing a certain character, and especially right now when there's racist people that didn't like the fact that Jordan Fight was the Gold Ranger. And I'm telling you, if you go to my Twitter account and if you see what I shared, hold on, let me show you guys right now. Matter of fact, let me share the screen so that I can. Let me go to my videos here. I'm trying to get to my Twitter so that I can show y'all what I mean. This thing is running slow like a turtle. And turtles still be running slow. I just have to throw that reference out there, y'all. So yeah, I'm just gonna like wait for this to set up so that I can get to my dang on video if this don't hurry up and mute this for a minute. Sometimes you gotta have patience, but it's a little weird to be honest with y'all. And wow, I got like 3 dislikes, and I wonder where that came from. Here we go, y'all. All right, so I'm about to go show y'all my Twitter. And I'm almost at 300 followers. Twitter is at DHR2P. All right, so this is where I share right here. See this right here? This is where I share from my here. Now, do you see the problem I have right here? Where it says it's called Black Lives Matter affecting casting. Now, this is where everybody was calling him out on it, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And you got some people try to correct him, but he just wouldn't care. So if you have an anime profile like this, it lets you know something ain't right with these people. Sometimes you gotta like see the true colors, and it's no surprising that he's a racist. So he compares Power Rangers to Super Sentai. So this is what he actually says right here. This is a show where every actor looks the same. It's called Sentai. We don't need that Power Rangers. I want you to take a look at what this says right here and picture this same comment in your head and ask yourself, did he really just say that? Is he not that educational? Now, this is what you have to say. Imagine getting upset with a kid's show. I did say this like a few minutes ago. So, yep, this is what everybody is calling him out on it. I like what this person says. What does Black Lives Matter have to do with this? Someone says you've watched and always a diverse show made for kids, teaching valuable life lessons and still haven't learned anything. And that's exactly true when it comes to the profile like this scumbag right here, Gibbs, aka One Hit Sword. And everybody was just sharing his comment on Twitter. And you know what? It's quite obvious that, when people don't watch the show, don't even learn anything, they just pretty much just say evil stuff just to say because one, they don't have a soul or don't even care whatsoever, and it shows a lot. One person says, you never seen Power Rangers. If you think casting is a POC in any role is some stunt. Yeah, it's now this is what I said earlier. What I was reading this tweet right here. It's called being um prejudged and racist. Why do you care so much about this casting choice? He's going to be a Gold Ranger, a good Gold Ranger. What I meant to say, but yeah. Now this Twitter user says we have nothing. Well, sometimes when you talk fast, you can't even like get the names right. And this is where they go back and forth right here. And I'm gonna tell you something. People are just trashing him left and right, and this is embarrassing. Sorry, my value is zero, and that should tell you something. When they admit who they really are as a person, they don't even care. They don't even like keeping nothing private to themselves. So they decided to just take it on social media. Yeah, and then he wants them to stop because he already know he's going to get exposed. So when you start somewhere you can't finish, you gotta face the music. This just says no. You recap what you sow. Don't have such a stupid racist opinion. Everybody has unfavorable opinion about something. Doesn't mean they deserve hate over saying it. No, they deserve hate for saying racist comments like this. So don't try to justify your actions. Then he says, when the opinion is racist, they absolutely do deal with it. This is what your opinion gets you. Exactly. It's all about stating facts. So if you can't keep nothing private to yourself, then you have no business saying it. And this is what somebody else says right here. What affected this cast in 1993? And remember when I said something about him saying that having one Black Ranger is wrong? This is the moment right here. We all love cast, but only having one Black Ranger wasn't right. Look at this comment right here and ask yourselves, does this look wrong to y'all? A black man, a Black Ranger, Asian girl, and a Yellow Ranger? And people claim that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was racist back then. What's racist about the show? There was an episode. Of, Here's the thing. There was an episode in season 2 of Mighty Morphin when they brought different people from different cultures to share their cultural experience with the students about what they do. And Billy was crushing on this Australian girl at the time. So he's white, she's Australian. But guess what? They're two different people. So you don't see anybody judging them whatsoever on the show. What is wrong about him being the Black Ranger and her being the Asian girl? Having one Black Ranger wasn't right. Please explain that to me. Apparently, Black people didn't exist until Black Lives Matter was created. It's OVR. He found this out. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. When you said black, when you said Black people didn't exist until Black Lives Matter, that doesn't make sense either, dude. Like, come on, like, whose side are you on? So, just say you're racist, bro, and he won't admit it. When people say racist things, they act like it's okay to say it. But when they know in their heart that they're racist, they won't admit it. That's called being a coward. And this is what he says. Maybe you're not familiar with Power Ranger cast. We have racial diversity since 1993. So I like this little gif, like this little meme right here, shutting up the this person that was like, even know what I mean. This mine says we have been casting African American actors since the beginning. Not really anything new here. True, exactly. So I don't understand why everybody's having a problem with joining fight as a Gold Ranger. So it's it's called You're Kind of Stupid. I like this sweet though. True. Cry about racist. He is. Someone says the only time that the Power Rangers has not had a black person be one on the main team was in Ninja Steel, Mystic Force, and Jungle Fury. Oh, and then he's calling him out on it. Then he calling him a racist. Yo, keep calling him out, y'all. Like, we don't have no room for hate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be a Power Ranger, whether you're black or white, Asian or Hispanic. Anybody can be a Power Ranger. Then this we had to say is, when was the last time we had a white ranger? You see, this comment right here, this is the proof that he's a racist. With somebody from your own kind isn't a ranger, you automatically go off on the switch just like that. Look at this tweet right here. When was the last time we had a white red ranger? Is that fair? Is that fair to have the same? No, it's not fair. Like this is the most idiotic comment I've ever heard. And this is what he says. I was talking about Rangers in general, not specifically Red Rangers. Your only reply was a response to the Gold Ranger casting, not the Red Ranger. Who gives a crap? It doesn't matter at all. This issue is non-existent, and the only person I hear upset about this is you. And he really let loose on this though, and he basically had every right about it. Or maybe it has nothing to do with woke politics at all. They're just hired him because he had the best auditions, and which is true. It's not about looks. It's not about how you look. It's all about how good you are in acting. And personality wise, he fits the role. And people will be seeing to beginning about this all the time. So when somebody says you're a racist, yes, he is. You are a racist. Yeah, I'm not gonna curse on him though, but yeah, it's called it's called you're a racist. Yeah, everybody is calling him a racist, and you know what? They had every right to do that. Let me get off Twitter. Hold up, one more thing. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter because um I will be talking more videos on this situation like this with Gibbs, aka one hand sword. So let me hit back to the stream yard. I'm so gonna stop streaming. I mean, stop sharing. Okay, people. So now you know the situation that I was talking about earlier, and why I think racism shouldn't even have a place in fandoms such as Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's just like Evo when you have talented fighting game players that are good at fighting games. When they choose one character that they like, and the thing is, when you're good at one person, you pretty much make your way up to the finals, and then you win the championship. Whether you're black or white, Asian or Hispanic. It's been documented in the fighting game documentaries on YouTube. If you watch it, you will know what I'm talking about. Everybody from different communities and different generations, different races, they all come together to have a good time. And yes, there will be some drama, in the fighting game community, but as long as everybody, loves what they do, is just coming together, having a good time, and fighting video, fighting video game tournaments, that's really all that matters. Because to me, this shouldn't be happening all the time. And a person who just confirmed and won't admit that they're racist, and everybody is admitting that he's a racist, he got what he deserves. All right, so let's go to the comments right here. I know there are a lot of y'all that have had to say. I had to edit that previous message because yeah, I remember that. I really hate when the Wi-Fi. Yeah, especially when you're using StreamYard and when you're sharing it, it can be really difficult. It's just like you're using Microsoft Teams when you're doing your online schoolwork and stuff. Then you have to pretty much share with your teachers about the lessons that you're struggling with. They'll pretty much help you out. This is pretty much similar to that. uh, yeah, let's read to some comments here. Um, these racist folks are the most miserable people I've ever seen. Yeah, Brandon, and I'm so glad that that you've got to see the ignorance of these people, where they come from, and why that they exist. It's just really sad to see a fandom and what it comes to today. And I really wish that racism would just end, but apparently it's not. All we could do is just love each other and love people, and that's it. So we wouldn't even have to be dealing with this racist drama like we're dealing with right now. So I really hate ignorant people calling certain things woke when it's really not true. When it comes to MPR, we have even um, um, multiple stories told by the cast of how they love each other. And you see that this comment right here, Terrell, I love what you said. Ever since the Mighty Morphin Days started, the whole cast talking about how they love each other, how they love working with each other behind the scenes, and we've seen that in the documentary. And it's all about love, people. And what this dude said about when was the last time you had a Red Ranger, a white Red Ranger, and that comment alone has me thinking to myself, Does he even care about the human race, or does he care about his own kind? And that's sad. So I would bet you if we had an Asian American Red Ranger in Power Rangers, I would bet you people would be complaining about that big time. We can't keep living like this, y'all. And there's a reason why I wrote this topic in my book, because it needs to be addressed and it needs to be talked about. So I'm send an invite to the chat so y'all can come talk to me, because we finna have a good time. Let me check something right quick before I go on. No one Cummings, what's up? Nice of you to stop by. Here's the thing. With all this craziness going on right now, like I said, life is too short, man. You can't be the type of miserable person. I mean, be the type of miserable person that you are right now, and basically complain about everything. What you've missed so far, Noah, I was talking about racism in both cultures, such as Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat, when it comes to black characters playing characters, video games, movies, TV shows. And I was talking about Sissy Stringer as Melina in the Mortal Kombat reboot, and joining fight from Power Rangers Dino Fury as the Gold Ranger, the first African American Gold Ranger in history. And people are having a problem, are basically having problems with black people playing certain Ranger colors. And it's been happening since Mighty Morphin. So I pretty much feel like people who are not educated shouldn't even be complaining about Power Rangers in general if you don't know the history of the franchise and what certain colors of actors and actresses and everything. Even when Down of Fury first aired, some of them were complaining about the show marketing. But I mentioned that in my past video, and one Instagram user said that having a mixed black ranger playing the Red Ranger isn't enough. You got to be fully black to play the Red Ranger. When he made a comment like that, I kind of felt like he thinks he can speak on black people for his black community. Why is it that when a black guy playing the Red Ranger, it's fine, but when a mixed Asian or Blasian Red Ranger playing a Red Ranger in Down of Fury, you have a problem with it? You didn't say nothing about John Mark Loudermilk from Megaforce and Super Megaforce playing the Blue Ranger, and he's still black regardless. And you didn't say nothing about that. So why do you feel the need to complain about Donald Fury Red Ranger? What's the problem? And I feel like people just don't know how to appreciate things in life. They must really think that, when a person comes on TV, well, a person playing the Red Ranger from different races, they don't even like it. And it's quite obvious that Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat are both toxic as ever. this toxicity has reached a new low. And it's so sad that a fandom like these two can be about race. Complain about Melina not having teeth. Complain about joining a fight as the Gold Ranger. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but and then you know what I'm saying, but ain't nothing you can do. Ain't literally nothing you can do. So my advice for y'all, just stop complaining and just enjoy what you have because life is too short. If you continue to complain about everything, then you're gonna end up with nothing. Come on, people, stop complaining so much. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you're getting. Shoot, y'all should be grateful that Hasbro is handling Power Rangers very well right now. I mean, if you don't remember 4 years ago when Hasbro took over Power Rangers in 2018 from Saban, when they signed with them. And ever since then, they've been killing it with the Lightning collections, even though some are hits and miss there. But guess what? People are still buying them and repainting them and displaying them on social media. Then Beast Morphers came out, even though it has its ups and downs. That's still a Neil Saban era, but I guess you can see Hasbro was involved with it, but they didn't really have full control of Beast Morphers. It was still like a Neil Saban season, but it was done in a different way. Dino Fury is the same thing, but it's definitely a Hasbro season, and we've seen that in the first 4 episodes. So I'm forever grateful for Dino Fury for what we have, and I'm not complaining anyway. I may not like some stuff, but I still enjoy the episodes, and it's still going strong so far. People are already having so many positive feedbacks on social media. Hashtags Dino Fury. They still showing love for the show, including the Mortal Kombat reboot, which is going to be coming out in 16 days from now. And since it's doing good in Singapore, overseas, and like I said before, people are already loving Mortal Kombat. So at the end of the day, you know, just be grateful for what you have. We don't have room for racism or hate. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you guys enjoy my live stream, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate you people for coming out and chatting with me as always. I love doing this. This is what I love doing. My loyal subscribers have been coming out, supporting me, and appreciating me for agreeing what I'm saying, even when I disagree. You can sometimes correct me, and I learn. It's all about growth. And I thank y'all for, you know, just giving me the information and just just showing your boys some love. And that's the number one thing I'm grateful for is my loyal subscribers and my fans as well. So y'all are just super awesome, and I appreciate it. So as always, um, it comes out on the sixth. It's Brandon. It's going to be coming out on the 23rd. It got pushed back due to Godzilla versus Kong movie. They gotta give them some breathing room to make money. So when the 23rd comes, that's when their turn is gonna come, and they're gonna end up doing the same thing. And just like Godzilla versus Kong, Mortal Kombat is gonna end up blowing people away. And I heard that overseas is the number one movie over there. And that's how you know the community is strong. if we just come together and show support and love this movie for what it is, this franchise is going places, y'all. I'm telling you. So y'all enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below. Shout out to VJL58, Noah Cummings, Terrell, you, Brandon, everybody who came out, chatted with me as always. I will see y'all tomorrow in my reaction to Dino Fury episode 7, Stego Search. Y'all take it easy.